There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey & Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office, welcome to a special edition of Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
This world is turning around, a simple song.
Most Mountain Stage guests write their own material, of course, but over the years we've had a lot of great covers, and during the next 2 hours we'll bring you some of our favorites, starting with songs written by the king of singer-songwriters, Bob Dylan. During this set, you'll hear Chris Smither with his rendition of Desolation Row, the late Jimmy LaFave does It's Not Dark Yet, and the Derek Trucks Band sings Down in the Flood. But we'll start with Dylan's longtime collaborators, The Band, and their definitive version of Blind Willie McTell.
See the arrow on the doorpost saying this land is condemned. All the way from New Orleans to Jerusalem.
Well, I traveled through East Texas, where many martyrs fell, and I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Blind Willie McTell.
Well, I heard the Beatles singing as they were taking down the tents, the barren trees, the stars above were his only audience.
Well, them charcoal gypsy maidens can strut their feathers well, but I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Blind Willie McTell.
See them big plantations burning. Can't you hear the cracking of the whips? And smell that sweet magnolia blossom blooming. See the ghosts of the slavery ships.
I can hear them tribe moaning, and I can hear the undertaker's bell. But I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Blind Willie McTell.
Some fine young handsome man. You see, he's all dressed just like a squire. He's got bootleg whiskey in his hand.
Yeah, they the chain gang are working out on the highway, and I can hear them rebels with the yell. But I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Blind Willie McTell. gazing out the window. Big St. James Hotel. And I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Brian or Willie McTell. Yeah, and I know one thing, nobody can sing them blues like Brian or Willie McTell.
Here's a song for you by creepy old Bob Dylan music. Got to do a Bob Dylan song. None of us would have jobs if it weren't for Bob Dylan. I played a festival last summer. I had a couple of appearances at it, and one of them was a workshop that was just called Dylan. There was 3 of us up there, me and Tim O'Brien and Jimmy LaFave, and we all just sat up there for an hour and a half and swapped Dylan songs. It was great. They asked me a month ahead of time if I wanted to be a part of it, and I said, oh, sure, you know, I know 100 Dylan songs at least, and they said, great. So a couple of days before the festival, I started thinking about what I might like to play, and I realized that I know pieces of 100 Dylan songs. But I could only remember 4 verses of this one, but I played it anyway because they're big fat verses. It makes a pretty substantial song, you know. Then I put together a 5th verse from pieces of 3 others, you know, just to give you an idea of the extent of this song. They're selling postcards of the hanging. They're painting passports brown. And the beauty parlor is all filled with sailors. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. Do you know the other one is in his pants? And the riot squad, they're restless. They need some place to go. This lady and I look out tonight on desolate Shelton Road. Albert Einstein, disguised as Robin Hood, with his memories in a trunk, passed this way just an hour ago with his friend, a jealous monk. He looked immaculately frightful. He bummed a cigarette, and he went off and sniffing drain pipes. He was reciting the alphabet. You would not think, just to look at him, that he was famous long ago for playing the electric violin on Desolation Road. Ophelia, she's neath the window. For her I feel so afraid. On her 22nd birthday, already she is an old maid. Now here comes Romeo, he's moaning. Boy, you belong to me, I believe. And then someone says, you're in the wrong play, my friend. You'd better leave. They all play on the penny whistle. You can hear them blow. If you lean your head out far enough in Desolation Road. Cinderella, she looks so easy. Well, it takes one to know one. She smiles. She sticks her hands in her back pocket, Betty Davis style. To her, death is quite romantic. She wears an iron vest. Her profession is her religion, and you know her sin is her lifelessness. And the only sound that you can hear after the ambulances go is Cinderella sweeping up on Desolation Road. Yeah, you know, I got your letter yesterday about the time the doorknob broke. You asked me how I was doing. Is that some kind of joke? All these people that you mentioned, yes, I know them, they're quite lame. I had to rearrange their faces, and I gave them all another name. Right now, I don't feel so good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you mail them from Desolation Road. Right now, I don't feel so good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you mail them from desolation road.
Shadows are falling. I've been here all day. It's too hard to sleep. Time is running away. Feels like my soul has turned into steel. Still got the scars that the sun didn't heal. There's not room enough to be anywhere. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Sense of humanity has gone down the drain, and every beautiful face is some kind of pain. She wrote me a letter, hey, she wrote it so kind. Put down in writing what was on her mind. I don't even see why I should even care. It's not dark yet, it's getting there. Well, I've been to London, I've been to gay Paris, I followed the river and I got to the sea. I've been down on the bottom of a world full of lies. Ain't looking for nothing in anyone's eyes. Sometimes my burden is so hard to bear. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Born here and I'll die here against my will. I know it looks like I'm moving, but I'm standing still. Every nerve in my body is so naked and numb. I don't know what it was I even came here to get away from. I don't even hear the murmur of a prayer. It's not dark yet, yeah, it's getting there.
If you go down in the flood, it's gonna be on fire. Don't Mama, don't you let me down. Pack up your suitcase. Mama, don't you make a sound. Now it's king for king, queen for queen. Gonna be the meanest girl that I ever did see. Oh, mama, ain't you gonna miss your best friend now? Gonna have to find yourself another best friend somehow.
The Derek Trucks Band right there with Down in the Flood. Before that, Chris Smither, Jimmy LaFave, and the band, all singing the songs of Bob Dylan. You're listening to a special cover songs edition of Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage, or you just want to hear something again, you can always visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, do us a favor and take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is that you listen. The Grateful Dead are legendary for their live performances where they played a mixture of original and cover songs. And their originals include several that have caught the attention of many singers. This set includes 3 Robert Hunter, Jerry Garcia compositions. Larry Campbell, Teresa Williams, and Jeff Hill sing Addicts of My Life. Joan Osborne does a soulful version of Broke Down Palace. But first, here's Cat Russell's take on New Speedway Boogie.
You ready? two of my favorite American writers, and I see I have some agreement on this in this audience. Robert Hunter and Jerry Garcia. Yeah. I just love their style. Please don't dominate the rap, Jack, if you got nothing new to say. And if you please don't back up the track, this train's got to run today. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Like some say you better run away, others say you better stand still. Now I don't know, but I've been told it's hard to run with the way to go. Other hand, I heard it said it's just as hard with the way to live. Well, who can deny, can't deny it's not just a change in style. One step done and another begun, and I wonder how many miles. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Things went down we won't understand, but I think in time we will. Now I don't know, but I was told in the heat of the sun a man died of cold. Keep on running, don't just stand and wait with the sun so dark and the hours so late. Well, you can't overlook the blackjack of any other highway you ride. It's got no signs or dividing lines and very few rules to guide. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. I saw things getting out of hand, but I guess they always will. Now I don't know, but I was told if the horse don't pull, you got to carry the load. Now I don't know whose back's that strong, maybe find out before too long. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness has got to give. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give. Thank you.
Fare you well, my honey. Fare you well, my only true one. All the birds that were singing are flown, except you alone. On my hands and my knees, I will roll, roll, roll. Make myself a bed by the waterside. In my time, I will roll, roll, roll. In a bed by the waterside, I will lay my head and listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. River gonna take me, sing me sweet and sleepy. Sing me sweet and sleepy all the way back home. It's a far gone lullaby I sang many years ago. Oh, mama, mama, many worlds I've come since I first left home. Going home by the waterside, I will rest my bones and listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Gonna plant me a weeping willow on the bank's clean edge. It will grow, grow, grow. Sing a lullaby beside the water. Lovers come and go, the river roll, roll, roll. Fare you well, fare you well. I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Thank y'all.
This is a tune that Teresa and I worked with Phil Lesh and Friends a bunch too, and we would do this tune with Phil, and we brought it in to Levon, and he loved it when we did this because he loved the tune, and he loved the fact that he could sit out for 7 minutes while we did it too. So.
In the attics of my life, full of cloudy dreams unreal, to hear the tune and close my eyes to see when there were no strings to play. You played to me in the book of love's own dream, where all the print is blood, where all the pages are my days, and all my lights grow. When I had no wings to fly, you flew to me. You flew to me. To me. In the secret space of dreams, where I dreaming lay amazed, when the secrets all are told, and the petals all unfold, where there was no dream of mine, you dreamed of me.
Larry Campbell, Teresa Williams, and Jeff Hill there with Addicts of My Life. In this set of Robert Hunter, Jerry Garcia songs, they were preceded by Joan Osborne, accompanied by Keith Cotton singing Broke Down Palace, and the set opened up with Cat Russell and her jazzy version of New Speedway Boogie. This is a special edition of Mountain Stage featuring covers of some of the best songwriters of our times. We didn't want to make a classic covers edition of Mountain Stage and leave out the boss, so this set is 2 Bruce Springsteen songs, including the rarely heard Brothers Under the Bridge by David Lindley. But first, here's Amy Helm's version of Atlantic City.
They blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. They blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Jackie boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a bubble on the promenade, and the gambling commissioner's hanging on by the skin of his teeth.
Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
Got a job and I put my money away. I got them kind of debts no honest man could pay. So I drew out what I had from the Central Trust, and I bought us 2 tickets on that Coast bus.
Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on and fix your hair up ready, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
Our love may have died, our love has grown cold, but with you forever I'll stay.
Going out where the sand turns to gold, so put your stockings on, 'cause it might get cold. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
Been looking for a job, but they're hard to find. There's winners and there's losers, I'm south of the line. Yeah, I'm tired of getting caught out on the losing end. So I talked to a man last night, gonna do a little favor for him.
Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on and fix your hair up pretty. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
Hey,
Meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
I like to do you a Bruce Springsteen tune. This is one that people don't get to hear very often. It was on a compilation CD of tunes that didn't really make it onto the big CDs. And when I first heard this song, my daughter found it for me. She said, "You got to do this song." I said, "I don't think I can get through it." I said, "Oh, man." It's about homeless Vietnam vets. This guy's living under this bridge. There's a place in Pasadena near where I live, and there's guys living under the bridge, in the bushes down there, the Colorado Street Bridge. And every once in a while, you see one of those blue tarps, and you see some smoke rising up over, over the bridge. And I like to think this song's about those guys. Saigon, it was all gone. Same coke machines as the streets I grew on. Down the Mesquite Canyon, come walking along the ridge. Me and the brothers under the bridge. Campsites about a mile from the nearest road or town, 'cause there's too much brush in the canyon for the CHP choppers to touch down. I ain't looking for nothing, I just wanna live. Me and the brothers under the bridge. Come the Santa Ana's, man, that dry brushwood light. Billy Devon got burned up in his own campfire one winter's night. We buried his body in the white stones high up along the ridge. Me and the brothers under the bridge. In another town, in the street life, for no good reason, you could end up on the wrong end of someone's knife. I ain't looking for trouble, I ain't got none to give. Me and the brothers under the bridge. I shipped home in 72. You were just a beautiful light in your mom's dark eyes of blue. We stood down on the tarmac, I was just a kid. Me and the brothers under
Come Veterans Day, I sat in the stands in my dress blues. I held your mother's hand as they passed with the red, white, and blue. 1 minute you're right there, then something slips.
Thank you so much.
David Lindley with Bruce Springsteen's Brothers Under the Bridge, preceded by Amy Helm with an arrangement of Atlantic City that sounds like it was based on an arrangement that the band recorded with her father Levon singing the lead. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you can find links to our podcasts, and you can follow us on many forms of social media, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We hope you'll be with us again next week when our guests will be Wilco, Peter Case, Garrison Starr, and Guy Davis. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Welcome to the second hour of this Cover Songs edition of Mountain Stage, featuring covers of some of the best songwriters from the past 6 decades. I'm Larry Gross. Tom Waits' songs are known for their characters, their language, and their classic tunes, and they've attracted scores of interpreters. Here, Molly O'Brien and Rich Moore do a beautiful take of Dead and Lovely. The Blind Boys of Alabama cover Down in the Hole. Holly Cole adds her quirky, sultry rendition of Train Song. And it all begins with Waits' friend, John Hammond, and his bluesy version of Heart Attack and Vine.
Liar, liar, with your pants on fire. Spaces hanging on the telephone wire. Gamblers reevaluated along the dotted line. never recognize yourself on heart attack and vine. Doctor, lawyer, beggar, man, thief. Village or remarkable looks on in disbelief. You want to taste the madness where you have to wait in line. Probably someone you know on heart attack and vine. Shorty's high on China wine, Shorty found a point. You know there ain't no devil, it's just God when he's drunk. Well, this stuff will probably kill you now, let's do another line. What do you say you meet me down on heart attack and vine? Jersey girl in a see-through top, wearing pedal pushers, sucking on a soda pop. Well, I bet she's still a virgin, but it's only 25 to 9. You can see a million of them on heart attack and vine. Against your scrambled egg, then crawling down Cahuenga on a pair of broken legs. This stuff will probably kill you now, let's do another line. What do you say you meet me down on heart attack and vine?
And here's one who want to sing for you. I think you'll like it. Down in the hole. Keep the devil down in the hole.
If you hold to Jesus' hand, we'll all be saved from from Satan when the thunder rolls. But you got to keep the devil way down in the hole. The angels sing about Jesus' mighty sword, but he'll shield you with his wings, keep you close to the Lord. Don't take heed to temptation, 'cause his hands are cold. But you got to keep the devil way down in the hole. You got to keep him in the hole, yeah. You got to keep him in the hole. Keep that old devil in the hole. You got to keep him in the hole. Hey! You got to keep him in the hole. Way down in the hole.
I broke down in East St. Louis on the Kansas City line. I drank up all my money. I had borrowed it every single time. I fell down at the Derby. Say the night is just as black as a crow. Hey, the train took me away from here. The train can't bring me home.
Say
What made my dreams so hollow? I was standing right there at the depot with a steeple full of swallow. Who could never walk with, so could never ring a bell. I come 10,000 miles away without a thing, not a thing to show.
say that was a train that took me away from here. That train can't bring me home. Whoa, no. Say, I remember when I left, didn't even bother to pack. Say, you know what I then left was just the clothes I had on my back. Now I'm so sorry for what I've done. Baby, I'm out here all on my own. Say that was a train that took me away from here. A train can't bring me home. Yeah. Say that was a train that took me away from. A train, hey baby, hey baby. It's so sad. It's so sad. Can't wait me home. Can't wait me home. Can't wait me home. Can't wait me home.
Thank you.
She was a middle-class girl. She wasn't over her head. She thought she could stand up in the deep end. He had a bulletproof smile. He had money to burn. She thought she had the moon in her pocket. He was hard to impress. He knew everyone's secrets. He wore her on his arm just like jewelry. He never gave, but he got. He kept her on a leash. He's not the kind of wheel you fall asleep at. But now she's dead. Oh yes, she's dead. She's dead and lovely now. Come closer, look deeper. You're falling fast, just like a plane on a stormy sea. She made up someone to be. She made up somewhere to be from. This is one business in the world where that's no problem at all. Everything that is left, there will only flower wonder. Soon everyone you knew will be gone, and now she's dead. Oh, she's so dead. She's dead and lovely now. I've always been told to remember this. Don't let a kiss fool you. Never marry for love. Everything has its price. Everything has its place. What's more romantic than dying in the moonlight? Now they're all watching the sea. What's lost can never be broken. Her roots were sweet, but they were so shallow. And now she's dead. Oh yes, she is dead. She's dead and lovely now. Dead. She's so dead. She's dead and lovely now.
Thank you very much.
That set started with Heart Attack and Vine by John Hammond. Then came the Blind Boys of Alabama with Down in the Hole. Holly Cole did Train Song. And we just heard the husband-wife duo of Rich Moore and Molly O'Brien singing their version of Dead and Lovely with Molly's brother Tim on the fiddle. All Tom Waits songs on a special cover song edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Any list of great modern songwriters certainly includes the three whose songs are featured in this next set, Joni Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, and Warren Zevon. Ireland's Mary Black uses her glorious voice to bring us Mitchell's Urge for Going. Recent multi-Grammy winner Brandi Carlile sings Cohen's much-covered Hallelujah. And David Lindley opens with a very moving version of Warren Zevon's The Vast Indifference of Heaven.
Hard thing to write about. Those times when you think you're on your own.
Time marches on, time stands still, time on my hands, time to kill, blood on my hands, and my hands in the till, down at the 7-Eleven, a gentle rain falls on me, all life folds back into the sea. We contemplate eternity beneath the vast indifference of heaven. The past seems realer than the present to me now. I've got memories to last me. When the sky is gray, like it is today, I remember the times when I was happy. same old moon. It's the same old story. It's the same old tune. They all say someday soon my sins will all be forgiven. The gentle rain falls on me. All life rolls back into the sea. We contemplate eternity beneath the vast indifference of heaven. They say everything's alright. They say better days are near. They tell us these are the good times, but they don't live around here. Billy and Christy don't. Bruce and Patty don't. They don't live around here. Nothing left but the sound of the front door closing forever. A gentle rain falls on me. All life folds back into the sea. We contemplate beneath the vast indifference of heaven. Beneath the vast indifference of heaven.
Thank you so much.
I've heard that there's a secret chord, the day that played it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lifts, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke you the road and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew a hallelujah, and hallelujah, 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 I've seen this room and I've walked these floors. You know, I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Oh yeah. There was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do ya? Remember when I moved in you, the whole and I was moving too, and every breath you drew was hallelujah. It was hallelujah, hallelujah, and hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen a light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. It was hallelujah, hallelujah, and hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey, hallelujah. Thank you guys so much. Well, I woke up today and found frost perched on the town. It hovered in a frozen sky, gobbled summer down. When the sun turned straight and cold, shivering trees are standing in a naked road. I get the urge for going, but I never seem to go. I had someone in the summertime with summer-colored skin, and not another one in town my darling's heart could win. When the leaves fell tumbling down and woolly winds did rub their faces in the snow, he got the urge for going, and I had to let him go. Well, he got the urge for going when the meadow grasses are turning brown, summertime is a falling down, winter is closing in. The warriors of winter gave a cold, triumphant shout. All that stays is dying, and all that lives is getting out. You see the geese and the chevron flag are flapping out the urge for going, and they've got the wings to go. They've got the urge for going when the meadow grass is turning round. Summertime is falling down. Winter is closing in. I'll pile fire with kindling and pull the blankets to my chin. I lock the vagrant winter out, bolt my wandering in. I'd like to call back summertime and let her stay for just another month or so. But she's got the urge for going, and I have to let her go. She's got the urge for going when the meadow grass is turning brown. Summertime is falling down. Winter is closing in. Well, she's got the urge for going when the meadow grass is turning brown. All her empires are falling down. Winter is closing in.
Mary Black and her band with Joni Mitchell's Urge for Going. Before that, Brandi Carlile sang Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, and the set opened with David Lindley's version of Warren Zevon's The Vast Indifference of Heaven. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, or our Instagram account. All of these links are at the website mountainstage.org. No band changed popular music in the past 50 years more than the Beatles, and we've certainly had our share of Lennon, McCartney, and Harrison covers on the Mountain Stage. This last set includes 4 of them. First, a cabaret-style Blackbird by Welsh chanteuse Judith Owen, followed by a breezy jazz interpretation of Can't Buy Me Love by the John Pizzarelli Trio. Then, I Feel Fine by another jazz singer and sax player Curtis Stigers, and we'll end up with Taxman by the Mutual Admiration Society, a supergroup made up of Nickel Creek, Glenn Phillips, John Paul Jones, and Pete Thomas. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Senior producer is Jeff Shirley. Associate producers are John Ingram and Mallory Richards. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, Brian Hensley, and Greg McGowan. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are just as soon as you can. You've been listening to a special edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Next week, Wilco, Peter Case, Garrison Starr, and Guy Davis. Hope you can be there.
I'd like to thank Larry so much and everybody here at Mountain Stage for having me back. The fabulous Mr. Leland Sklar for coming here with me tonight. when you go out afterwards, because we have to drive to Minneapolis tonight, and we're hoping not to hit any moose on the way. This is where Leland's beard comes in terribly useful, as he scares moose.
Not the beavers.
But not beavers. But outside in the merch area, there is a free and beautiful little download for every one of you in the summertime, as well as the CD. So thank you very much for being an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous audience. And we leave you with a little bit of Britain. In fact, London, because right about now, where it's still hanging on to summer, this is the sound you hear at night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, and take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. And blackbird fly, and blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Ring, my friend, ever makes you feel alright. Get you anything, my friend, ever makes you feel alright. Well, I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. Just say you love me too. For what I got, I'll give to you. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. I can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, can't buy me love. No, 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 say I don't need no diamond rings, I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want those kind of things money just can't buy. Well, I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. Buy me love. Everybody tells me so. Can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Say don't need no diamond rings. I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want those kind of things. Money just can't buy. Well, I don't care too much for money. Money can't buy me love. Too much for money. Money can't buy me love. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You might recognize this by the end. Baby's good to me, you know. She's happy as can be, you know. She said so. I'm in love with her, and I feel fine, 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 fine. Yeah. Baby says she's mine, you know. She tells me all the time, you know. Yeah. She said so. She told me so. She said she's in love with me, and I feel fine, fine, fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that her baby buys the things, you know. He buys the diamond rings, you know. Yes, she said so. And I'm in love with her. And I feel fine, fine, fine. Fine, fine, I feel fine, yeah, I She's my little girl. She's so glad. She's telling all the world that her baby buys her things, you know. He buys the diamond rings, you know. Yes, she said so. She told me so. And I'm in love with her. She's in love with me. I'm in love with her. And I feel fine, fine. Baby's good to me, you know. She tells me all the time, you know. She said, baby. I say, yes. She said, baby. I say, yes, darling, what? She said, baby. I love it when she says that. I said, what is it? She said, I feel fine, yeah. I feel fine, yeah. Fine, 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 yeah. I feel fine. And I say, darling, you sure do.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.